Welcome back, friends, to Top 10 Gaming. I'm your host, Johnny Rogers. If you happen to be new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button to never miss another gaming video. Plus, comment down below with which Splatoon character is your favorite. Now let's get into today's solo creepypasta video of these scariest Splatoon creepypastas, the Bloodlings. The following creepypasta is based on a story written by a user named ChronoKicks on DeviantArt.com. When our protagonist purchased Splatoon from GameStop, the case looked different. Instead of an orange-haired squid girl and a blue-haired squid boy, he saw a red-haired squid girl and a black-haired squid boy. He wanted to ask why it looked different, but he actually didn't mind because it looked kinda cool, and clearly the GameStop employee didn't seem to notice or even care. After he got home, he began to examine the case, and it looked very different from the original game case that he had seen online. There wasn't any of the usual orange or blue paint around the characters, it was just red with spots of black. The logo itself kinda looked off. He figured maybe he was lucky enough to get a GameStop exclusive that the employee didn't seem to notice was giving him. Considering that red and black were the company's colors, he just shrugged it off and counted his blessings. Upon dropping into the game, he created his character and began in the hub world, aka Inkopolis Plaza. He entered the shops, but due to his lower level, he didn't really have any money to spend. He started to see other squids, and when he would get up close to them, he admired the artwork from the developers. He moved on to enjoy the game, and after about 30 minutes or so, he really began to like it. Wanting to try out every aspect of the game, he headed to the online section to play against people from around the world, and after a few games, he then headed back to the hub world to visit the shops yet again. Except when he tried to enter one of them, the doors wouldn't budge. There was also a sign in the windows that just read, "Go away, we're closed." When he looked around the hub world, he noticed that no one was there. Thinking it was just his terrible internet connection, he stepped again into the online area. However, this time he saw the two squids that were on the cover of the game, one of which was just oddly pointing at his character, almost as if they were challenging him to a battle. That's when he was presented with two options: sure and no way. Taking into account that this was his first time playing the game, he said sure. However, instead of going to a screen where he would have to wait for others to join in, he was just rushed into battle. His Inkling was in light blue, and when he spawned, he was surrounded by red colored Inklings. The Inklings attacked, spraying him with red paint, and he barely made it out of there, shooting at a few of them as he escaped. The shots seemed to not even make the Inklings flinch or affect them. His Inkling light blue was now covered in red ink, and as he ran around the corner, there was yet another red Inkling waiting for him, splatting him yet again. Suddenly, after the onslaught ended, the words "You failed" appeared on the screen in red letters. He read online that normally a character named Judd would come out to raise the flag of whichever team had won, but in this case, it was just a red Inkling on the flag that had the words "Failure, try again next time." He went back into the hub to find that everything was much darker than before. At this point, he was assuming that the game had a day and night cycle, but it looked far too creepy and bizarre to be part of the game. There were no squids anywhere to be found except for a single one in the middle of the area, just barely in sight. He slowly approached the squid, and a text bubble appeared that read, "They stole my color and left me dry. I have nothing now. Not even my own blood to survive. Someone, please save me from this hell." After reading that, he began to slowly back away, but when he turned around, there was a red Inkling standing right in front of him. The protagonist flinched as he recalled the terrible things that those Inklings had just done to him. That's when his console just randomly shut off. He leaped up to turn it back on. He wasn't gonna let some hack or glitch ruin his game time, or so he thought. When the game booted back up, it didn't have Callie or Marie like it did before. It just had two red Inklings standing in a room covered in blood. Not red paint, but blood. One of them pleaded with the gamer saying, "Please save me." He hurried back to the online area to see if it could remove him from this hell. Hopefully it would return things back to normal. Again, he was quickly tossed into a game, except for this time he was wearing red instead of his light blue. He noticed a few black-haired Inklings from the cover standing perfectly still like statues in different areas of the map. Terrified he would be attacked again, he decided to shoot one of the statues. It made a scream that blared through his speakers and died immediately. He then ran around the corner repeating this action, and the same thing would occur. The scream was much different though, unique almost, and in much more pain than the first. Following that, he lost complete control of his character. The game moved his character and began shooting all of the black-haired Inklings. One after another, they dropped like flies as the screams got louder and louder. The protagonist covered his ears and eyes as the horror continued, but when he took a moment to peek at the screen to see if it was over, it was just pure darkness. Blood began slowly dripping down the screen, and it spelled out the following message: You let it consume you. Now there is nothing left. And that has been the Scariest Splatoon Creepypastas, the Blood Links. Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, show us some love by hitting that like and subscribe button. Plus, we want to hear from you, so leave a comment down below with your thoughts on this story. And then for any more videos like this one, all you gotta do is click that playlist you see flashing on your screen. From Top 10 Gaming, I'm Johnny Rogers. Until next time, take care.